Hi, I'm Brynne and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is June 1st, so I will be randomly selecting my to be read for this month using a random number generator. I have pre-selected 14 books that I'm going to have as the range for the random number generator. I chose 14 of the books that I think I'm most excited of, the ones that I own. There is one that I'm very excited about and will probably add it to the list if it's not chosen, but I'm planning on choosing 5 books. This is the book I'm most excited about, so I'll probably end up adding this one if it's not chosen, but I'm going to briefly go over the books that I have chosen. So the first one is The Murder Game. So it says on the back, Luke Chase never wanted to get caught up in a murder. When his roommate Oscar convinces Luke to break the rules and sneak out of their boarding school dorm one night, it sounds like fun. They'll meet up with a couple of girls in the forest, have a good time, and no one will ever know. But when the wife of one of their teachers is found dead in the woods the next morning, Luke realizes they're in deep trouble. Instead of admitting where they were, the group decides to solve the murder on their own, but with so many suspects, will they be able to catch the killer before the killer catches them? So, murder mystery. The next book I have is You've Reached Sam, which I got for a Secret Santa of my friend group over Christmas. So this book I'm excited about. It seems really sad because, she, to my knowledge, like from the little excerpt, she's still alive and her boyfriend's dead, but she keeps calling him to hear his voicemail, and one time he just picks up. So that's kind of all I know about this book, but it seems very intriguing. So the next one I have is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I know is very popular. I've had a few friends read it. My mom's read it. I think my sister's read it, but I have not yet. So I'm excited for this one. The next book I have is How It Feels to Float by Helena Fox. I don't know much about this book. I was at Barnes & Noble and I saw it and I was like, oh, this kind of looks good. Like the title and the picture is really cool. But I don't really know anything about this book, so give it a try. The 5th book I have is The Left-Handed Booksellers of London by Garth Nix. This book I'm excited for because, well, I'm left-handed and so I'm partial to all things about left-handed people. I don't know, it just looks really interesting. Like on the title or on the cover, there's like animals and it says authorized to kill and sell books, which sounds very interesting, maybe action-y. It talks about Merlin. I don't know if it's like the official Merlin or if it's just this guy's name, but I believe there's magic in it. It says in a slightly alternate London in 1983. So I'm excited for this one too. So another book I have is Stalking Jack the Ripper. I have started this one. It was a while ago, and then my sister took my bookmark out to read it, and I don't know where I was. It's been a while, so I'm just gonna restart it. But what I did read, it was really interesting. It's like set in the time of Jack the Ripper, and the main character is a girl during a time where, you know, women didn't have a lot of rights and like they couldn't do much, but she's very interested in like mortuary and like the dead body, but her parents are like don't want her doing this and very kind of controlling. I think her mother died, and so her father is like, be careful, and really like not controlling but very protective of her. But her uncle is a mortuary in, that's not correct, but she's very interested in what her uncle does and keeps trying to sneak away and help him when he's undoing bodies. So over halfway through, this book is Murder, She Wrote. it's not the like original like Murder, She Wrote, but it's like, it's a murder mystery kind of based on, I believe, Agatha Christie's Murder, She Wrote. Hey, it's voiceover Brynne. It just came to my attention that Murder, She Wrote is actually a TV show or series, not a book by Agatha Christie, so my bad about that. But I think it's like her granddaughter, maybe, or it's like based on Murder, She Wrote. I'm not entirely sure, but I do know it's a murder mystery, and I very much like murder mysteries. So another book I have is The Light in Hidden Places. This is a World War II book. I very much like reading like World War II history books. So the main character is, I believe, Jewish. It says it is 1943, and for 4 years, 16-year-old Stefania has been working for the Diamant family in their grocery store in a place in Poland. I'm not going to attempt that word or that town. Singing her way into their lives and hearts. She has even made a promise to one of their sons, Ezio. A betrothal they must keep secret since Stefania is Catholic and the Diamonds are Jewish. Okay, so she's not Jewish, but I think she's living with a Jewish family. Yeah, I think I was recommended this book, but I'm surprised I haven't read it yet. So these next two books I got when I was on a trip for track. The Sun Is Also a Star I got, and I believe it's kind of romancy, but I'm excited to read it. I've seen people reading it at my school, and it seems very interesting. It seems like a love story where the characters are like two opposite people, like poor and rich, maybe different countries, I think. And then they find each other and they're like almost forbidden love. But I'm definitely excited for that. Yeah, it says that Natasha is 12 hours away from being deported and she meets Daniel, but she's about to be deported. So that's definitely a big challenge. But then the other one, this is the one that I'm very excited to read, Butcher and Blackbird. It just sounds so interesting. Like, they're both serial killers. And so it's definitely a murder mystery, but not, because they're the murderers. I don't know. I'm just really excited to read this one. I've seen it a lot. Not people reading it, because it has a lot of theme warnings. But I'm so interested in this one. So these two books I got, Check and Mate, and so this is Ever After. I think I got these at the same time. Check and Mate, my friend recommended to me after I had already gotten it. Like, I planned on reading it, and she's like, oh my gosh, yes, you need to read this one. I've dabbled in chess a little bit, and so I think it's interesting of being a chess romance, and I watched a little bit of Queen's Gambit. I think the first like 3 episodes, but I think it'll be interesting and different because the girl is like a retired chess master, and because it says chess like tore her family apart, but she plays like a really popular like chess master, and like she beats him, and so everyone's like, oh my gosh, who is this? But she's just incredible at chess. And then so this is Ever After. I'm really excited about it. It's a story that says it's after like the adventure of like maybe some Cinderella story, and one of the guys thought he was going to get his soulmate like on the adventure, but then he realizes, it says, until he discovers that love might have been in front of him all along, and he's like trying to find his soulmate. It says, now Eric is stuck as king, a role that comes with a magical catch. Choose a soulmate by your 18th birthday or wither away into nothing. So it's kind of like a countdown romance. Like, he's got to find someone to be his soulmate, but is he going to choose the right person forever? And so the last 2 books I have, they're both mystery. A Perfect Mistake I got at my library had a book sale, and so it was a dime. But so the book says Max wishes he could go back in time. When I read this before, it's like he got lost in the woods with some friends, and then like an accident happened and he lost his memories, but I think someone died. And so they're trying to figure out like what happened, like figure out the mystery, but he doesn't have all of his memories. And then the Rosewood Hunt I got a while ago. I don't entirely remember. I do know that it's a murder mystery, and I think it's some like in a rich person's estate. So it says Lily Rosewood dreams of taking over her family's company one day. Her grandmother, Rosewood Inc.'s current chair, has always encouraged her, and Lily can't wait for Graham to teach her everything she needs to know to run the business. But then, suddenly Graham dies, and Lily's world is upended. When it's revealed that Graham's $250 million fortune is missing, Lily can't fathom what her future will hold. Even in death, Graham has a few tricks up her couture sleeve. A last letter from her with a cryptic clue sends Lily and 3 other teens on a treasure hunt that could change their lives forever, if they can survive it. And if they pull it off, they may be rewarded with more than just money, but they're not the only ones hunting for Graham's treasure, and soon the hunt becomes more dangerous than they ever could have imagined. So it's a mystery and a hunt from whatever Graham left, but I'm excited about all of the books I have. So let's get into the random number generator. Here I have all the books lined up, and so I'm going to start counting 1 to 14. All right, I've got 1 through 14 done, and 2. So book number 2 is You've Reached Sam. So I'm very excited for this one. So that will go in my to read pile. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I'm going to choose 5 books for June. I will try to read them all, but just having 5 options for this month. So 2 is already chosen. So the next one is 8. All right, so number 8 was The Light in Hidden Places. I'm very excited for this one. I've had it on my shelf for a while, but I just love these type of books, like World War II books, so yeah. All right, so now we have 2 and 8 picked. The next one is, nope, not 8, 7. Okay, number 7 is Murder, She Wrote. We've got a good mixture of books, a historical book, a sad love book, and a murder mystery book. All right, 2 more. Not 7, 11. Ooh, number 11 is Check and Mate. All right, so that is now 2 romances. All right, so now the last book will be 6. All right, so the 5th book is Stalking Jack the Ripper, which I have already started, but I am going to restart it because I read it a long time ago and didn't finish. I think I almost only made it like maybe here-ish, not very far. All right, so I have all 5 of my books now picked out. These are the 5. You've Reached Sam, The Light in Hidden Places, Murder, She Wrote, Check and Mate, and Stalking Jack the Ripper. I think I will half add Butcher and Blackbird because I want to read it so bad. So I might add this one. I know I didn't roll the number, but so now I have 6 books, but I'm very excited to get reading this month. This is my first official month of summer, and I want to have a reading summer. I have not been able to read a lot, but I'm excited for these. So again, these are the books I picked and random number generated, except for this one, but yeah.